We're Chips and Salsa. Welcome to our channel. If you don't know who we are two homeschool moms bringing you some fun, encouraging tips.
Yes, so please subscribe to our channel and like this video. We're going live talking about lessons learned as we reflect back on 2017 and 18.
Today's our official last day of school with the charter we go through, but we're still working on a last minute project.
Yeah, we said in our video about spring refresh that we were going to do an end of the year celebration. So we've got about a week and a half until that. So we're going to end off the school year planning for that party,
Making our treasure boards.
and having the kids hopefully reflect with joy over their year of learning.
Hopefully.
Well, it's been a little rough today.
It has.
We put all kind of work into creating Family Feud trivia game, and they weren't nearly as excited as we were.
I know, we put a really nice tea party together, Anna Green Gables themed. They're just fighting over food. We're like, what's going on right now?
I know. Well,
I think we're all a little burnt out, honestly. And
I think so.
I think it's part of it. And pushing them a couple more weeks is going to be rough. But we have some fun things planned. I think it should be
oh
okay.
yeah. Well, we got a few field trips, and then, like we said, the treasure board. So,
Yeah.
getting on to lessons learned this year, I think that is one big lesson for me. Like, I am experiencing burnout.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking a lot about my schedule and how to fit in more Sabbath days. I mean, the Bible says Sabbath day every week.
Yeah.
So 6 days of work, a day of rest, and what that's going to look like and how I can fit that in. And then the other thing is maybe taking more break days during the year.
Right.
I
Like
think I
more
kind of,
nothing days.
yeah, I think I got away from, we didn't do a nothing day for the longest.
Yeah.
So that was something I was doing last year pretty regularly, and pray days, and I just haven't really been doing that the last few months.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel for me, the thing I keep circling back to, I feel like this year was a little bit more challenging, like I mentioned before, because of our chiropractic appointments. Just it just kind of really threw a lot of things off for me and my schedule. So we didn't exercise nearly as much as we did last year. Like, we were always on our morning walks and our morning workouts. I've been working out, but my kids haven't.
Yeah, and that does make a big difference.
Yeah.
They need to get worn out,
Yeah.
even at this age.
Well, and just I remember one morning Isabella woke up and worked out with me, and then we spent time in prayer. And I remember her words. You know, she took a shower after the workout, and she said, "Mom, I feel so refreshed." And I go, "That's so good. Why?" She goes, "Because I worked out, and then I took a shower." And she said, "And then we just spent all this time with Jesus, and I feel so refreshed, you know."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I remember I took note of that, and I was like, well, we should do this more, you know. But it's hard. It's hard when you have so many things planned. So
When it's easy to fall off
Yeah.
that routine, but that's a good lesson learned
that is
to make that a habit. I
Yeah.
think during the summer is a great time to form habits.
absolutely.
So I think another big, I wrote a few notes here. Another big lesson for me was having you and the other co-op mom reading the kids' essays. That made a big difference
so good.
in the kids' motivation to finish, and also getting them to edit.
Yeah.
Because that's always a challenge.
Yeah.
You know, when you tell them, oh, you still missed some things, you got to edit. But when another mom says it,
Yeah.
you know, it really helps.
Yeah. They take it personally from us.
Right.
And then from another mom, they realize, oh, okay, maybe I'm not as great as I think I am.
Yeah, and we already send the kids to a learning center once a week, and so we already see that with their
Right.
teachers at the learning center. They have respect for their teachers, they want to please them, and so we've been able to add that to the rest of our schooling
Yeah.
with having essays that all the kids are doing, and we're all editing.
Yeah.
So that's been really good.
No, I agree.
That's a positive for
And
this
I think
year.
we need to keep that up.
Yeah.
Another lesson learned for me, and something that was really heavy on my heart the last, couple of weeks, and I thank Jesus for his grace and love, because, he's so kind and gentle toward us. But I feel like I was very careless with my words this year. And I let, just total transparency. I let out a lot of exasperations. We were, if you haven't checked out the kindness challenge, she talks about how we can kind of exude our disappointment or disgust with other things other than words. So it's not just words, but our attitude, And I felt like this year, I think because I was tired or I found myself very annoyed a lot. And so I let a lot of careless words out, like, oh, really? You still don't understand? Just things like that. Like, how many times have we done that? How many times have we gone over this? Things like that. So even though in my head, logically I want to justify how that's not so bad, for them, they're receiving it as you're not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, I disapprove of you. I don't like who you are.
Yeah. Well, the devil is going to
fill in the
grab
blanks.
hold. Yeah, and he's opportunistic, so he's gonna come in there and make that lie stick.
Yeah.
So
I've had to have a lot of heart-to-heart conversations with my kids. Really apologizing and also just really affirming them and letting them know how much, like, what I really think of them, you know? And I've been much more careful these last few days. But that's something that I really want to be really intentional about next year and really prayerful about and really think, what's about to come out of my mouth? Is it for building up? Is it for edifying? Is it speaking life, And that's a big one for me that I really want to turn around in my life. So
yeah, I think really declaring and speaking life over your kids while you're praying for them will translate into what comes out of your mouth later. So really praying and speaking those words that the Lord has spoken to you about them because they are very gifted and the Lord has put so much into them, and just praying those things out, I think, will translate. One of my biggest, I think, mistakes this year was I feel like I did not pay attention to my kids with their math. It was kind of just like, okay, do the routine, lesson. And I feel like James and Angela struggled, and I was helping them in the moment, but I really should have stopped and taught them more. Like, I should have tutored them more one-on-one. And so at this point, I'm going to be doing some math camps with them and like tutoring them one-on-one. But I feel like I missed out on an opportunity. And so they would do a test, not do well. We'd go over all the questions, but that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough because it kept happening.
Yeah.
So I think, lesson learned. I need to
sit down.
Yeah, I need to not let things go. I need to get on. If somebody's having an issue, I need to get on it right away.
Yeah, what helped me was anytime I was just always aware of like the percentage of, how much she got in lesson. If it was less than 80%, I would try to like pinpoint what the problem was and kind of like just go back to that. And I've tried to give them cheat sheets, give them tools.
Yeah, I started doing that recently.
Yeah, just give them reference charts and tools. But even so, sometimes they just want to be spoon fed,
Right.
And so today I was telling, like, I had given my daughter a reference sheet and she lost it. And so I said, well, you're going to have to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, research it.
Yeah.
Because at this point, what we want is for them to also know how to learn. Like, if I don't remember, I look stuff up, right? So then, okay, well, here's an opportunity. You forgot. Look it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, after you've given them some support.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What about memorable moments?
Well, we've had lots of great moments. And even today, reflecting on all the great books that we read and all the composers and poetry and artists, it's been really fantastic. So I would say that was a great memory. Just those moments and tea time
been great.
And discussions, those have been great moments.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed them. And we had an addition to our co-op this year, which was awesome. It really brought some just fresh perspective and enrichment.
Absolutely.
And next year we'll have another family joining us as well, which we're looking forward to. But you have here gardening. What amazing!
Oh my gosh! all the kids, that was definitely a highlight of our year.
Yeah.
So we did flower garden at my in-laws' house. We went to your cousin's house and gardened in her garden and just got our hands dirty, and it was just fantastic. And reading The Secret Garden, which was about, this girl discovering basically the beauty of nature in the garden and discovering herself, really. And so being able to experience it was so fantastic.
And then we felt it ourselves. We were so refreshed at the end of that week, even though we worked so hard. I was so refreshed.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
Definitely something I want to make into our normal routine. And also, we went on so many great field trips.
I can't even believe you put Maritime Museum. That was this year? That was so long ago.
I know, doesn't it?
And yet it felt like it went by so fast.
I know.
That's so weird.
But that was such a great
It was so good.
outing. And then the symphony we went to twice.
I love that.
And the Knott's Berry Farm, I think that was a highlight of the year.
That was so fun.
And the whale watching, where we saw those dolphins.
So many dolphins.
So amazing.
That was beautiful. We really did have an amazing time this year.
Yeah. Those are fantastic memories.
Yeah.
I hope that the kids, I know that they're going to remember it and love it down the road, but I hope as they're making their boards that they're,
reflecting.
Yeah, like even today, it's so funny how they're naming composers from last year.
Right?
So they're feeling it too. Like the years fly by.
Yeah, it's like a blur. Was that last year?
Yeah, when was that? Yep.
No, I mean I had to reference my notebook to remember what we did.
Yeah, me too.
So
yeah.
Well,
but overall it's been a great year. And we can beat ourselves up all day about the things we didn't do perfect.
Yeah.
But I saw lots of growth in the kids.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And special.
I think also I got a little bit more I got a little bit better on my planning skills, even though there's always holes. But I think that really planning that planning day, that we have on our. If you haven't checked out our video on planning to plan, it's one of our frustration busters. It really that really did help me.
Yeah,
it helped me, and so.
Yeah,
we're really excited about next year.
We are, and I'm excited about getting some rest.
Yes, in the summer.
And that burnout will be gone, and I'll be refreshed for a new year. And I'm really excited about this coming year. Yeah. And the kids are getting older and so mature, and it's just beautiful to be part of it.
It really is. And they're going to be done before we know it.
I know.
So cherish the moment, moms.
Cherish the moments.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments, what are some of your lessons learned and what are some of your most memorable moments? Yeah. Like this video and share it with your friends. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.